Hey guys, let's see. I'm a little bit early. I'm like a minute or two early. But that'll give me a second to set up. There we go. Oh, my face is all red. All right. Okay, come on, there we go. All right. All right, hi guys. I wanted to get on here because I wanted to do a couple things today. I wanted to show you some projects I made this weekend, and I wanted to show you gosh, why is that so weird? There we go. I don't know. Anyway, it goes. We're getting the cat tower in the background, so it doesn't really matter. So how cute are these ears today? So cute. I love my little Jasmine ears. Well, they're, I guess, Aladdin's rug ears, but like so cute with little tassels. I thought it was so fun. I got them on clearance. Well, not clearance, on eBay. eBay will have these like, eBay will have these like sale, like discounted, like they're from China. And so I think that it's probably a little crooked or something. I'm sure I can find a flaw, because when you look at the tag for the price is like $1, and it has real Disney Parks stickers on. So I'm wondering if these are from the outlet or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I have several things I wanted to show you. So I wanted to show you a couple cards I made this weekend to showcase, and then I'm going to show you a card that I made. So this is showcasing the gnome paper. The gnome paper is really, really, really effective. I mean, look at how great that is. I'm just in love with this paper, and I made this cute little card. And the gnome paper alone. I don't have the gnome stamp set, so I didn't use a gnome stamp, but I love the paper. I made this for my sister, actually, so hopefully she's not watching. But she loves mushrooms. So, and then I made this card, which is pretty cool. It's a little fussy, but it's a cool, this is the festive foils. Now this paper really surprised me, because look at all that gold in those dots. I don't know if it'll, let me sit still. There we go. Can you see all the gold in the dots there? It has a lot more gold in it. This is the festive foils paper. Has a lot more gold and brass and whatever in it. And so that was a real pretty card. This card is using that Scotty dog. Some of these sentiments are not current. They're just what I happen to have on hand to make the card. But they were kits that I did in a class. And so super cute, right? What a fun like little layout. I just thought that layout was fun. One of my favorite papers. And look at this. Oh gosh, I need to remember the name of these dies. These dies have the corners for your scrapbooking or card making. I'll have to try and remember the name of the dies. I'll have to look it up. And it cuts out 4 corners in one go. You can cut out all the corners. And this paper, or this ribbon, is in our current catalog, and this paper is from the designer series paper. I showed it to you before we made a flower card. I have it here. It's from the stack of paper when I made this card for y'all. It's from the same set. But I love the pumpkins. They're so cute. I love pumpkins. So, and then this is like a black and white acorn, which I thought was kind of cool, as opposed to being a like traditional everything like with leaves. This was a fun card too. This poinsettia paper. I'm not a huge Christmas paper fan. I mean, I like Christmas paper, but I'm not making a ton of Christmas cards, so I don't fall in love with it the same way, or scrapbook pages, but it sure is pretty. A lot of really pretty designs. Painted Christmas, I really like that one too. And I actually really love this design. I made this card. It's really the design of this card. I mean, the paper is the cottage gingham, gingham cottage or whatever. It's that giant stack of gingham paper. But look at how the design of it is such a fun fold. So I'll do another card showing you how I did this. Now I don't have this wreath die, so I'll do the same design but something different on it. So I just had to show you those. Oh, and then the last one is using the Splendid Day paper that I showed you guys last week in that product video. Look at how pretty this, oh, it's hard to see with the light. There we go. There's like a shimmer. Hi, Carol. There's like a little shimmer to it. It's got a little shimmer, and it's upside down. It's such a pretty paper. It's like I think this is a mint, and then this is the soft seafoam ribbon. I just thought these were really pretty cards. I'll do some projects showing you. Oh, and the other thing was what I'm going to show you today is a treat holder that I'm going to show you today. It's not a Disney card. Like normally Monday is a Disney card day, but I started making this card today and then I realized, oh, it's Monday. You're supposed to have something else. But I know you're probably just glad that I'm live because I'm just taking that as a win. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started with my card. We're doing a card and a treat holder together. So, all right. There we go. Let me make sure it's locked in place. There we go. Yeah, it's trying to pop out of the holder there. Come on. There we go. Okay, so today I have, okay, this was one of the cards I made. This is one of the treat holder I made this weekend. This is that new braided, it's like a braided, oh gosh, I forgot the name, guys, sorry. It's a braided cord. It's real thick. It's going to be a little bit difficult to use on a card. I mean, you can do it. I did it on some of the cards, but it's just a little thick for my tastes. But I made this little treat holder. So this treat holder will hold a pack of M&Ms. It'll hold a pack of M&Ms right here, like, you know, or a gift card, you know what I mean? Put a glue dot down, put a gift card in here, even put a glue dot and put one of those mini pack of M&Ms in here. And then you just slide this back over the top. Super sweet little gift or treat holder. I'm gonna make a bunch of these for Halloween with some different paper. So I wanted to show you how I would do it actually using the designer series paper that we have from this is the Celebration designer series paper. I made this card over the weekend too. We had like a little paper party, and so pretty, right? I mean, look at the orchid. This is the Wonderful World set that you can get for $100. When you spend $100, you get this full pack of paper and this stamp set for free. And so I used this pack. So let me just grab a couple pieces out. It's just such pretty paper. I always want to, sometimes sometimes you just really have to see it for yourself to see how pretty something is. And it's hard to do that sometimes in the catalog because they can't always lay out all the pieces. I think this pink one is my next favorite sheet. Okay, so you see it's got these great florals. And these would be great. You could cut these out and put that on the card front and then you're done. You don't need anything else. I think the paper went flying. Okay. And this one, same thing here. You could cut a few of these out, layer them on your card, and you don't need anything else. And here is the one we're using today. And this is the one I used over the weekend. I love this. I love this one here. I don't know, I just fell in love with that. And let me show you, the B-sides are really nice too, really nice B-sides. It's really a heavy purple set or a pack of paper, but it's sure pretty. I don't really love florals that much, but I sure did fall in love with this paper. So yeah, I think my pack of paper went flying somewhere. I'll just set that here for a minute. Get it smushed. And so that pack of paper and this stamp set, when you spend $100, you get this for free. You can choose this as one of your items to get the paper and the stamps together as one. But it only works if you spend $100. So we're going to be using a stamp from here, and we're going to be using a sentiment that I ran, a couple random sentiments. So I made this card over the weekend, and I just was in love with it so much I thought I'd make something similar for, it's actually for a friend's birthday. So yeah, and I'll give her a little M&M treat for just fun, or maybe a gift card in there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So this piece of paper is 2 3/4 by 9 3/4. That's what I forgot to write down. So I cut this from the big paper, the big sheet, 2 3/4 by 9 3/4. Then I scored it. I have my little notes. I scored this at 1 1/4. So when I score it as a trick, the only reason why I learned this trick is because someone showed me. So pardon me if you already know this. If you only have 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 to score, you can always use this side of the cutter as opposed to this side. I'm so used to using this side over here, I forget that I don't need to do that. So I just put 1 1/4 here, and then I cut down here, or not cut, or scored this at 3 3/4, and then I scored this at 2 inches right here. Okay, so it's very easy. So that was 2 3/4 by 9 3/4. That's the piece of paper. And this is a 3 by 4 piece of cardstock. Super easy treat holder. So all we do is we're going to glue it down and then fold this piece back. Yeah, glue it down and fold this piece back, and that's your little treat holder. So I just glue this down. That's it. Or you can use Tear and Tape. I think I used Tear and Tape because it was gonna keep opening and closing. So I think I used Tear and Tape on it, just to make sure it was super secure. Sometimes with treat holders, it's better to use something like that just because it's something that someone's going to open and close a few times. And so I don't want it to pull away from the base cardstock. Super easy to assemble. Like, I could easily make a ton of these real quick. They do sell scoring blades, Carol. They sell scoring blades for I just bought some. They sell the scoring blades, or at least they did for the new, not the new cutter. It's not that new. It's only like a year old. I'm pretty sure they sell it. Because I know I bought a new one not that long ago. Maybe they're on hold right now because of like shipping issues or something. But I'll check on that, Carol, and I'll mention it in my next video, because I know what you mean. It keeps falling out. Google that problem with Stampin' Up! And see if someone has a solution, because sometimes, oops, I think there was something underneath my paper. Oh no, it was right here. Okay, so cute, right? Such cute little, so perfect size for a gift card. I have a gift card here, I think. Yeah, I have a Starbucks gift card right here. So it'll fit a gift card with a little glue dot. Oh, weird. They used to sell it. I bet you it's the shipping that has it on hold right now, because they were selling them. I know I bought one. That's weird. Okay, so there we go. Then, but it was a while back when I bought it. So, okay, so then I wanted to add a little label, and I don't mind that I cover up most of this green. It doesn't really bother me. I chose to use this one because of the fact that I could thread my ribbon through. Now, it's not mandatory. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that is a bummer. I want to stamp this with happy birthday. I want to stamp this with happy birthday. And I'm using Starry Sky because that's the card base that I'm using. And this stamp, this happy birthday stamp, is from the Celebrate You. I've used this a lot. I need to get another sentiment set because I've used this maybe a little too much with y'all. But this has a whole ton of various sentiments. So it's really worth the price because I use it all the time. So, all right, happy birthday. And then you have to go in through the top and then out. Once I did it the other way, and then I couldn't tie my knot. And I think I'm just going to tie a knot. I don't think I'm going to tie a bow. And so you want to keep it a little loose. You know, I don't want it to be too, because I don't have my candy in there yet. So I want to keep it a little bit loose. So I want to tie a knot, obviously. But I just don't want to tie it so tight that I can't get it undone. Such a long piece, but I have a whole roll, but I had this little scrap. I wanted to use this scrap up too. I need to pull it a little bit more. There we go. I'm just going to tie a loose knot because once you put your M&Ms in, you want to make sure that it can still slide off, but I don't want it so tight. So I'm going to trim that off real quick, and that way I still have enough for my then I still have enough for my card that we're going to do. Okay, so super cute. So I can make a ton of these for Halloween. I'll show you, I'll probably do this with the Halloween paper too. And then I wanted to make a coordinating, I don't always buy my friends like gifts. I don't know. It's just I love my birthday and I love birthday gifts and stuff, but you know, like I also have to recognize, you know, budgets and stuff, you know, so if I were to buy a gift every time one of my friends had a birthday, it sometimes adds up. Now okay. Sorry. My alarm went off. So I don't always buy a ton of gifts, some for my best friends, but it's like, you know, I just try to keep a good budget is what I try to do. So, all right, so what I wanted to do here is I want to do a, I want to do two things. So one, I'm going to do a stamp off technique with this flower. And I hate to waste the prettiness of this pretty flower. I'm using the orchid. And so I'm going to stamp it in the corner. You know how I love to stamp the inside of my card. I'm going to stamp it full strength there. And then over here on the label, I'm going to do the second generation stamping and see if that was enough. Yeah, that's good enough. And then I'm going to add my, no, I want it a little bit darker. I think I pressed it a little bit too hard there. So I stamp here and then I stamp here. We'll see which one looks better. Oh, that one looks a little bit better. The other side was like a little too light. I had inked it too hard when I pressed this one down, which is okay. You know, it's just on the inside for fun. I guess I had pressed it a little too hard. So it came out a little funny. So I like that one a little bit better. Now, I'm not going to be using, now I could use the happy birthday again. I'll be honest. I could use this happy birthday stamp again, but you guys actually helped me earn this stamp from last year. It was last year because you guys had bought enough and I was the host of you guys had used the host code and things like that. I had earned this stamp set for free. So it was so cool that I had earned this for free. And This stamp set, Hope Your Day is Fantabulistic, fabulous and fantastic all in one. I feel like it's very Jen, so I felt like I needed to really use that. And it has just a lot of great, really pretty sentiments. Life is full of ups and downs. Hold on tight. Your birthday came, your birthday went. Here's a card I should have sent. Sending this card for you for no particular reason. It's just a really funny, silly, and I like all the script, you know. So I'm using this stamp set, even though you guys can't get it anymore. I'm using it only because I have this card is for a particular reason. But you can use any sentiment you want. You could use the happy birthday again. So I'm using the Fantabulistic stamp, and I'm stamping it next to the order. I'm using Blackberry Bliss. There we go. Cute. I don't know about you, but Blackberry Bliss is like so bliss everywhere. I don't know why. I just feel like it always goes somewhere. So all my stamping is done. So there's my sentiment, and this is just a little, I think it's 1 1/4 by 3 inch piece. You know, I was looking for a little label, you know, that was cute, but I was like, you know, I'm just gonna use a rectangle just like I did over here on this one. This rectangle, I wasn't happy about this rectangle at first because I'm not a big fan of rectangles being the label, but it looks so good. And so, yeah, so. Anyway, so just change it up. So we're gonna take this design, we'll start putting it together now that everything's stamped. So I'm using the soft sea foam that matches right here in the leaves. It looks so pretty. I changed up my setting next to my desk, so all my stuff is nice and like set up. So I'm just glad I got y'all a little a video ready. Sorry, it's not. Well, you know what? This can be Alice in Wonderland inspired because it's all flowers, like you're in the garden. So we can say it's Alice in Wonderland inspired. It's not really, but we'll say it is. And, oh, and I want to wrap the ribbon around here. I don't have enough to wrap this is the soft seafoam ribbon. Gosh, it's a soft seafoam ribbon, but look how it has this like glimmer to it. It's real faint, it's real light, but it's a really, really pretty up close. I feel like it looks better up close than it does on, let me see, where do I want to put my label? So do I want to put my label down here? Let's see, let me glue my label on. Let's see where I want to put it. Oh, Marcia was talking about how you can use your scoring tool or even your bone folder in your stylus, or your bone folder in your cutter. You can use it in a little, that's true, I hadn't thought of that. Do I want that there? Or do I want it to be up here? I feel like it should be higher. I don't know if it should be lower. Let's see, higher or lower? Let me lay the ribbon out flat. If I do it lower, or I can put it like this and just have the ribbon down at the bottom. Oh, I like that, I think. Or I can put it over the ribbon, which is what I usually tend to do, but then you can barely see the ribbon. Or should I put it over the ribbon? I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like this would be best. That's cute. I love that little hint of the flower there. Let's see, I'll wait for any comments that may come through. I think having this down at the bottom is good. Let me get a little Scotch tape. I use Scotch tape to hold my ribbon down. That's how I roll. Because I don't know, I just find it to be cheap and it holds it really well until I can get the glue down. And see, and it's repositional too. That's the other good thing. Yeah, I think it's cute, right, Marsha? I think I'm gonna do it like that. I think I do need to add maybe some little shiny. So I'll grab my little rhinestones, see if I can throw a little rhinestone on here. But I'm gonna pop this up on dimensionals. I'm gonna do that for sure. And well, let me glue this down. Yeah, I think this looks really pretty. Simple. I mean, sometimes that's what, I mean, some of my cards are really simple designs. But you know what? The designer series paper sometimes just does all the work for you. You know, the designer series paper does all the work on this card. Let me make sure it's right up. Okay. I mean, look at how pretty that paper is. I don't need to do a whole lot because the paper is just so nice. Now, I also could stamp, you know, a flower here or something if I want, like in a full, but I don't really want to cover up too much of this paper. You know, I really don't. What did we do? Did we stamp something like that? No, that wasn't on this card. But we stamped something and it covered up a ton of the paper and I felt a little like, well, I don't want to cover up so much of my paper, you know. And so, but I love how this turned out. Yeah, I love second generation stamping. It's just such a good technique. And I think I might second generation stamp my the inside of my card. It's a little thick. And I always want to do the envelope. Let me grab an envelope too. Such a good card. Make sure you comment and share, because I always put people in for a drawing. Let me see if that's straight. No, it's a little to the left. I still can't do this upside down yet. I'm really good at eyeballing my sentiment. You know what might be a good, let me move my light over. I've rearranged my table a little bit, so some things I'm still getting used to. Okay, let me get my other, no, hang on. Nope, that's the, we're tired. Okay, I have the little Splendid Day gems, but I don't see them handy here. Oh, maybe they're in here. Oh, here they are. Let me see if one of those works. If not, we could use one of these. Maybe even that. I need a little shine on here. I'm just not sure what yet. I've got some rhinestones here. No, I don't like that. Let's see, maybe those. And these are always a good and trusty. Let's see. I was thinking it might be fun to throw this down, but let's see how it looks. I need like a bow or something to kind of hold that in place. Yeah, that doesn't really work. But I also don't know if it really matches everything. It's like fine, but it's not like my favorite. Okay, this one always works. Let's see, the pearls. No, they're the wrong purple. The rhinestones always work. Let's see, do I want to use these opals? I might use these iridescent drums. And then I had these flowers, but no, I think we're going with the iridescent gems. I know I've used them a ton. They're so versatile. I can use them on everything. I've used them so much, but I feel like they work for every single... Thanks, Carol. I feel like I've used them for every project recently, but they're so good. I don't know. I mean, when something works, it's good to just... I think I'll use the medium ones, the medium and small this time. I think I'll use a medium one here, and I'll use a small one here, and then I'll use a medium one, I think, over there. Or maybe I'll just put it down here. I'll put a couple here. Usually I do it in odd numbers. And I'll do one more, two more, I guess. I'll have like 7 on here, which is way too many, but it's okay. It's for my bestie, so that's okay. I'll use a lot of, I have some scraps of this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, there we go. So now we've got a variety of different shine on there. Just a little bit. I love that little bling and shine that the iridescent ones add. They add so much shine. Like, they're a little bit better, I think, than the regular rhinestones because they pick up any color that they're on. They match it. It's hard to see, but you can see a glint of them. You can definitely see them on the label, but it's sitting on the table. You can see a lot of it too. So there he goes. It wins again. And then, oh, the inside and the envelope. I want to make sure that's done. So that's our card pretty much for today. Other than the last little bit here where I add the, I'm going to fix the inside. I'm going to stamp this a little. I was a little heavy-handed when I stamped this. I'm going to ink it up and stamp it again, just a little bit lighter. And I always stamp the envelopes. So I'll do that. I don't have to press down so hard with these rubber stamps, and I forget that. You want to press enough, but you don't want to like go nuts. There we go. The much better detail on that. Let me get my, move that away. I just like the iris. You can use any of them. I personally like the iris. I love irises. There we go. So, this ink is so juicy. It's a new one, so it's just real juicy. Okay. So there are our envelopes. Let me glue this on the inside. Yeah, let me get the glue. Which is the one I want to use? I forgot which one I was using. I think I'm using this one. I forget which side I liked better. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. It's not a huge deal. Oh, you have a lot of flower stamps, Carol. I guess, you know what I mean? I know what you mean, because sometimes you get too many stamps of the same kind. I do the same kind of thing. I love cute stamps, and I do find that I maybe get a few too many of the stamps I like. So I need to open my mind and have a variety. And so there we go. So I've got a little gift card I can put in here for my bestie, and I, can write my little birthday card in there, and I have the matching envelope to go with it already. So I'll make another one, and that will be the one that I share with you guys. Like, I always do a drawing of my cards, and depending on what you shared and liked, I go through my videos and I look at who commented and shared on the one that I made, and then I'll go from there. So, but I appreciate all the support. It's always helpful. I'm always so grateful for all that you guys, even just the positive comments while I'm crafting is helpful. So don't forget that this paper, this designer series paper, and the stamp set that goes with it this year, the designer series paper and the stamp that goes with it. Now, it is only good until August 31st. After August 31st, it'll be gone. Actually, as soon as this sells out, it'll be gone. So when this paper and these stamp sets sell out, they're done. So technically there's 2 more weeks, but if it sells out, it's gone. They're not going to make any more. They used to guarantee things, but with the way shipping and supplying has been, it's been better for them not to make guarantees like that, because it's just better not to overpromise and underdeliver. So just be sure, if you really liked this floral stamp set and the paper, you spend $100 on anything you want, and you can get that for free, along with this full pack of 20, I think it's 24 sheets of paper. And so it's a lot of paper. So I'm pretty sure it's 24 sheets. Yeah, because I think it's 2 of each design. And so it's quite a bit of paper. And so, and the die that I used for this sentiment is from the Wave Dies. It's the label that comes from the Wave Dies. And so that's a really good a die set to get. I love the Waves of Inspiration stamp set, but I love the versatility of the label that it has as well. So thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys and all your support and kindness. Always being willing to give a shout out and a share. And I will see you on Friday. I'm planning my class for Friday. I'm thinking in my brain, and hopefully I'll be able to have a class for sale soon. I will keep you posted. So, alrighty. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great week. And I'm going to clean all my stuff up here, and we'll be good to go. So, all right. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.